You have 3 questions in front of you right now that are very simple. It's basically a practice test. Well, I'm going to hand you in about 24 hours. If you're here, or I'll hand it to you Monday as you walk in. Back to break, so good luck with that. First question on there tomorrow. 3 equations, 3 variables. All right, I know it's been a while, a couple weeks actually, since we've done one. So let's take a look at this one right here so we're not, we feel prepared for tomorrow. I'll let you read through it. I don't need to read through it for you. And then we'll come up with our variables x, y, and z and go on to our equations. All right, I'm going to stick with x, y, and z here. Let's see, x will be, let's say we got 3 different types of animals. So I'm going to let x be number of chickens, y be number of dogs, and z be number of ducks. Can you come up with 1? Can you come up with 2? Can you come up with all 3 equations now? And I'm not changing what I'm going to do tomorrow on you either. I think the one tomorrow, the numbers are slightly bigger. I think there's a couple numbers in the thousands, maybe 10,000s tomorrow. But that's it. All right, everything's going to still stay the same. Matt, are you going to give us one?
Would one of them be x plus y plus z equals 15?
Okay, total number of animals. X, Y, Z, totals up to 50. Yep. Molly, got another one?
Yeah, 20x plus 50y plus 30z equals 1,500.
Okay, money goes with money. 20 bucks a chicken, $50 a dog, $30 a duck, and the money stays with money, so I keep it at 1,500. 2 out of 3 done. Last equation comes right at the end. Number of chickens should equal the number of ducks. Sarah? X equals Z. Yep.
Do you need to set that to 0?
All right, now next step. Next step, make sure all our variables are on one side, right, like usual. So I'm going to take x equals z. I'll move the z over. So now that'll look like x minus z equals 0, right? We'll talk after, all right?
Okay.
All right, because obviously 7th period's not working out either. X minus z equals 0. We're all good there? All good? Okay, now you pick 2, eliminate a variable. You pick a new 2, eliminate the same variable. That's our next goal right now. You got 3 equations. We're going to pick 2, eliminate a variable. Pick another 2, eliminate a variable. And then hopefully we have 2 equations with the same 2 variables. Now, this one's a little bit unique, though. Didn't we already eliminate a variable in one of the equations?
Yep, y.
Everyone see this one right here? X minus z equals 0. Y's gone already. Perfect. Perfect. It's gone. So let's pick the other 2 now and eliminate y. X plus y plus z equals 50. 20x plus 50y plus 30z equals 1,500. What do you got? Anybody, what do you want to multiply this top one by to get rid of the y's? I do the y because this one's already got y eliminated, so less work I have to do. Negative 50. Here we go. Distribute all the way across. Negative 50x minus 50y minus 50z. Please go all the way across. Negative 50 times 50. Negative 2,500. And then there it goes. Y's are gone now. Don't try anything fancy. Just combine the terms. Don't put an extra minus sign in front. 20 minus 50. Negative 30x. 30 minus 50. Negative 20z. 1500 minus 2500. Negative 1000. There you go. There's an equation where y has been eliminated. Now expect tomorrow I might have to pick two new equations, eliminate the same variable again. It was just convenient on this one because y was already eliminated. I don't think that's going to happen to you tomorrow. So pick two equations, eliminate a variable. Pick two other ones, eliminate the same variable. So here's what I got right now, everyone. I got x minus z equals 0. And then you guys just told me negative 30z minus 20z equals negative 1000. That's where you guys just got me now. Everyone see what I mean? Two equations. I got to change that to an x. Two equations, two variables now. Something we solved at the beginning of the unit multiple times. I'll stop right now. Catch up. Do you see your first step in these? Pick two, eliminate a variable. Pick a new two, eliminate the same variable. No decimals tomorrow, just probably some bigger numbers. All right?
Let's eliminate z.
I don't care what we eliminate. We can eliminate the x's or the z's now. So what do you want to multiply the top equation by? 30? Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
I don't like after you get three equations, like three new equations, and like say
What's
like,
three
say,
new?
say,
We're not getting three new
say
equations.
you-
We're
like, say
getting
you
two new
didn't-
equations.
Say you didn't do the y.
Okay. So
And-
you still got to eliminate a variable though.
So then I don't get how I like because I like kept getting just equations.
You shouldn't. There's no. I don't understand how you. If you eliminate the same variable both
Yeah.
times, how do you get three equations?
I honestly.
That's my thing. You pick two equations, eliminate a variable. There's equation one.
Yeah.
Pick two other equations, eliminate a variable. There's a second equation, and now I'm done. Where's the third one? I don't. I'm not just feeling where the third one's coming from.
I have no idea. I don't really know what I did. Looks very weird.
So we picked two equations.
Yeah, I picked x plus y plus z equals 50, and x minus z equals 0, and then I got
See, here's the thing though. This one y's already eliminated.
but I chose to eliminate x because I didn't realize that.
Okay. So you eliminated x.
Yeah, and then I got
So if you eliminated, okay, go ahead.
yeah, and so then I got y plus 2z.
Oh, don't the z's cancel out?
Wait, no, they don't. Oh, it should have been 4.
That's
Yeah, because like this, that's like this equation. And then
no.
Okay, so you got what we got. Okay, so now pick two new equations, eliminate x.
should have 3, right?
So I don't know. Here's my thing. Okay, doesn't have x in it. That doesn't have x in it. We are done. Why are we moving on to here?
Oh, so then you
So now I'm using these two,
0.
and now either getting rid of y or z. We don't need to move on here. You're doing this 3 times, and you only need to do it twice. Like this is it right here, or this is it. I don't care, but I just need 2 of them.
If I combine those
That's it.
together, it's one variable.
Okay.
And then once I have 2 variables, I can go back to the equation.
Yes.
I got it.
Real quick. 30x minus 30z. Oh boy, I remember going around to at least 5 of you here. 30 times 0? Yeah, 0.
That's why I made those. Yeah, that's also
When I've been doing wrong, I didn't make it negative 30.
X's cancel. What are we left with? Negative 50z equals negative 1000. Divide both sides by negative 50. Z equals 20. And guess what? You're not getting any decimals tomorrow either. It's whole numbers tomorrow. Whole numbers. Now, I got to get X or Y as well.
Let's get that.
Because you already, right?
Okay, I know some of you saw, oh, X equals Z, so X equals 20. All right, maybe I didn't see that though, or I didn't read that properly. I could still go back to this equation, X minus Z, and plug in Z. All right, it's still no big deal. I get it. Some of you are a little bit more ahead there and say, oh, X and Z have to be equal, so X is 20. Yeah, but I can still get it this way too, if you don't see that. X equals 20. And then how the heck am I getting this Y value? Go back to one of the original equations, probably the first one there, this easiest, and plug in your 20s. What do we got? 20 plus Y plus 20 equals 50.
I got a decimal.
Y equals 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a decimal on one of these.
I killed that.
Me too. Once I realized that 0 times
Okay, which two are we picking?
zero.
So you multiplied what by negative 50, negative 100, negative 2500.
I don't want what?
Okay, yeah, because look, here's the problem. With this, there is no Y in this one. So how do you get it? I'm wondering.
I don't know if I can do it by myself. That's the thing. I want to see if I'm doing it. The answer is freakers. I want to talk about it. Does everyone say, I want to talk about it? I've never had taco this year. I had it, accidentally had it 3 times in a week. Yeah, I bought chicken there and never wanted to.
Okay, what did we do first? We did.
It's okay.
Tell me the both equations here because I can't follow it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the way you do it. So what 2 equations do we pick?
I make a lot of mistakes with my eating decisions.
X plus Y plus Z equals 50. Negative X
I'm still gonna eat everything they told
or
me on the
X plus minus Z
over the
equals 0. That's what we picked.
summer.
Okay, which one did we multiply?
I literally never had any problems with gluten.
Which one? Which equation did you
No,
multiply?
yeah.
So you multiplied this
You're
one
gonna
by
go to
negative 1,
Mark's for a ceiling.
and you got negative X plus Z equals 0. So those cancel, and you're left with Y plus 2Z equals 50. Okay, what's the next 2 equations you did?
Oh, I know. I feel like everybody, both my parents and my sister. No, that was because I
So which one did you multiply by?
habits. I literally gave it. No, like literally stress and for eating.
Negative 20X minus 20Y minus 20Z.
Yes, it definitely didn't help. It also fiber. Well, that's why they always ask you. They always ask you if you're Irish.
Negative 30,000.
Yeah. Yes. What?
Right? Negative, you multiply by negative 20, so you gotta multiply 15 negative.
I know, I can't hear it.
Negative 1,000, so 1, 2, 3. Gone. 30Y minus plus 10Z equals 500. So now I have these 2 equations right now. Y plus 10Z equals 50. 30Y plus 10Z equals 500. Okay, what do you multiply by? Negative 30Y minus 60Z
What did she do?
Oh,
That was the
that's
2,
easy.
right?
Done.
Minus
What did
50
you
Z,
do?
50
Stop.
times negative 30, negative 1500. And now I have negative 50 equals negative 1000.
Wait, I need a ruler. Can someone give me a ruler?
500, right? Minus 15 on that. That's no good.
Oh, wait,
What variable?
It's like
50 Z, yeah. 50 Z canceled out. 31 cancel out. Yep. And negative 1, and that'll be my negative 20.
Oh, okay. I don't even. I just don't.
All right, next up, some of you guys are going to keep working, which is good. First one up here. Now I got a shade. Guys, I'm sorry. Don't call me over tomorrow and say, which way should I shade? How do I graph this? It's not happening tomorrow. Not happening. I'm actually going to go out of order here. This last one's the easiest to graph. What variable do you see? And that's it. So what type of lines am I working with? Not just one. I got 2 of them. And are they going to be solid or dashed?
They're gonna be solid.
Solid. So I got 2 vertical lines working right now. 1 through 1, 1 through 3. And here's why. I'm just going to let you in on something here. This is why I picked those 2. Where would you shade if this was just by itself? No other equations to graph. Where am I shading here? Middle. So guess where it's not going to be putting an S at the end of this problem? Anywhere on the outside of your vertical lines, I should not see an S. Your solution will be contained somewhere in between the vertical lines. All right, next up. 3x plus y greater than or equal to negative 3. Tell me now, what's the deal with the intercepts? Are we good or not? 0 comma something, something comma 0. Finding where to graph. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Negative 3 and negative 1? Negative 3 on the y, negative 1 on the x? And I'm pretty sure I didn't put numbers on your graph tomorrow. You legitimately have to make the 4 quadrants on your own and know where these points are. So these numbers won't be here for you tomorrow. Are we okay on where the heck these are then? 0, negative 3, and negative 1, 0 without numbers? Solid or dashed?
Solid for all of them.
Okay, test the point. Here we go. I'll slow it down now. Does it go through 0, 0? No. I meant, does this line go through 0, 0?
No.
Nope, so I can test it. 3 times 0 plus 0 greater than or equal to negative 3. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 3? True or false? 0 greater than 3?
Yeah. No. Well, negative 3.
Negative 3.
Yes.
What?
So then you shade. Did we not do the other one?
What's there?
No, I should get close to the origin. The
coordinates
like
test
I know.
As long as it doesn't pass through it.
Correct. So I should be shading towards 0, 0 on this one. Is that to the right or to the left of this first line? To the right. All right, well, doesn't really help me make my window any smaller, right? Because it's still going to be somewhere in between the vertical lines. But when I graph this next one, that's going to get a little smaller now. X plus 2y less than or equal to 4. Zero two four zero. 0240. Also solid. So I see my solution set. It's either going to be above that line I just graphed, that last line, or below it in between the vertical lines. That's what I just got to figure out now. I know the two spots where it possibly could be. So let's test out 0, 0. Is 0 plus 2 times 0 less than 4 or equal to 4?
Yes.
What do we find out here?
0 is less than 4.
0 is indeed less than 4.
No.
So where am I going to shade here? Below that last line or above it?
Below.
And do we see where the shaded region has to be?
Yes.
Do not put an S outside those vertical lines.
It's right here.
No.
That little triangle. Oh my gosh. How am I like do this? I'm like doing everything right except that.
Yes, you did it.
Christopher,
Yep.
labeling the vertical lines, that's like they both are from the same equation.
Yep.
Just like
Choose that. Let that be the one you don't label.
Okay.
But if you put something near it, it's fine.
Like if I just put like a little like arrow, like
Yeah, it's fine.
okay.
Yep.
So like you disregard. So like you know how you like stop at like all the different lines and stuff like that, like determines like the segments. Like so you don't pay attention to like the x-axis, right? Like because that's why I was thinking there's gonna be that tiny like little like.
The
triangle.
x-axis? What do you
Yes.
mean?
Like I don't even know.
It's got to be somewhere between the vertical lines. That's where I started.
Okay.
Everyone all right? Questions? As beautiful as mine is and probably yours is, I hold you guys to a high standard. I'm taking half a point off here. Thank you. Label. Label. Okay, any issues there before we go attack the word problem now? Any issues before we attack the word problem? Yep, good.
If you were to label bottom one, how do you label it?
Look, I'm not going to be critical at all.
Just put it in the middle.
Something like that. That's fine. Yeah. As long as it's somewhere near the line, I'm good. Yep. All right, let's do this. Last one. You come up with the inequalities and graph it all by yourself now. I'll read through it. We'll never have more than 2 variables on these type. And remember, we'll never leave quadrant 1.
What's the most equations we would have to go with this?
They said
3.
never have more than 2.
3? Okay.
I said 2 variables.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you any more than 3, Molly.
And there's not like a hint to know how many equations there's. Like, do you know how like some problems like tell how
Or how about I just tell you tomorrow?
Okay,
How about
that'd
that?
be great.
How about that hint?
That would be great.
I can't come up with them for you, but I can tell you how many they should be.
Okay.
All right?
How many? What do you mean? How many?
Like how many inequalities here? Like I could tell you on this one, we should have 3.
What? Wait, what? This one?
Yeah, well, there should be 3 inequalities on this one.
Oh,
Not
right,
not 3 variables, 3 inequalities. All right, so let's start with the variables.
X and Y.
Please do not go away from X and Y. All right, don't put F and C for food and containers because you have an X axis and a Y axis. That's why I don't want you to use different letters here. All right, the first problem we did, you could have done D for ducks, C for chickens, whatever. That's fine. But when you're graphing it, you want to keep it X and Y because those are your axes. So X will be for us, let's see, all the tons of food. And Y will be what other I have? Tons of drink. Okay, equal sign should not appear here. Should just be inequalities. First thing you learn, you got to up to 1,200. I cannot help you with the signs tomorrow. Up to 1,200 of plastic. Okay, it's less than or equal to 1,200. Up to, can't be more than, but could be 1,200. Whoa, what am I putting on the other side though? X.
Oh, I guess
plus y. The tons of the total tons can't be more than 1,200. At least 300 must be processed for food. Stop reading. At least 300 for food.
Oh, I get it.
At least 300 for food. I'm not reading the rest. I want to make an inequality out of that. What was food? X. And how do I write at least 300? At least 300. Greater than or equal to. So X has to be greater than or equal to 300. At least 300 has to be food. And then drink, at least 450. Same thing, right?
I got it.
Sorry. Y greater than or equal to 450. And there are your three. Now we just got to graph it and figure out where the shaded region is. Find your intercepts, right? Before you start putting labels and numbers on your X and Y axes, I'd figure out how high you have to go on each. So I definitely need 300 on the X, 450 on the Y, but what about my intercepts here? Finding your, I know a lot of people going ahead, which is fine. What are your intercepts for that first one? 1,200 and 1,200, right? You should have 1,200, 0, and 0, 1,200. So you better have 1,200 on the X and the Ys. Again, you guys decide what you want to go by. I think we can go by ones here, right? Or 100s. We talked earlier in the week, you don't have to put 100, 200, 300 if you just want to put 1, 2, 3, and then in the bottom put in what, in this case?
Hundreds.
In hundreds. Yeah, I don't put thousands, right? In hundreds. Or just write the zeros in. Because, sorry, you can't put the K in there this time. $10, 11, 12. And same thing on the y-axis. So 1,200, 1,200 for the first one, nice solid line. And yes, if you graph past it and put arrows on, it's fine. It's fine. All right, how about the shading on this one, huh? Is 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 1,200?
Yes, that's below.
0, 0 worked. Shading. Right down here. So I don't know what some of you guys want to do. Put a big X there. Like, don't even put an S there. Right there. No S will be right there at all. Right? All right, X is greater than or equal to 300. I know it's a solid line. What type of solid line at 300? What type of line am I? Because I can go 300 this way or 300 this way. Vertical. Yep. Boom.
Can we? Yeah, I'm just gonna do there.
All right, how about the shading here? You can still plug in 0.
when did oh wait, it only doesn't work if
Daddy,
it's like
sorry, I was stretching.
if it's a vertical line that's
Going through 0, 0. You pick a new point. Is 0 greater than 300? Nope. So where would this vertical line be shaded? To the right or to the left? 0, 0 didn't work, you told me.
right,
To the right or to the left?
to the right.
To the right. So we said can't happen here. And now if I shade to the right, definitely not going to happen right there. Everyone see how my window's getting smaller here? It's got to be somewhere in this triangle formed here. And then 450, horizontal line going through 450. So just go about halfway for me in between. Take your time. What do we think, above or below? 0 wouldn't work again here. So I'd have to shade to the left of the diagonal, to the right of the yellow, up on the green. Do we see where our solution set would be?
Right here. I'm ready. I'm not.
And I don't need a point from there. I just want you to write the inequalities and graph them tomorrow. And again, don't forget about your labels. Okay, real deal tomorrow.